Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I am Balinga Sise of Herb and Harvest Organic Farm. For all of you who have subscribed to my YouTube channel, I am so grateful. And for those who have not yet subscribed, please let's consider subscribing. Let's take this channel to 1K subscribers. Today I've come with a very wonderful topic, and that is how you can feed your chicken to maximize profits or to maximize production. This is one major core of this project. Because without the feeds, of course, how will the birds grow? How will the birds start laying? And this is very important. So today I want us to see and share and discuss how we can do about it. Thank you. As I had told you earlier on, today I want us to see how we can feed these birds to maximize profit. I want us to know that this is very important in this project. Feeding is number one thing that has led farmers to leave this project. And we must know that when we bring in these birds, the day-old chicks, at least they should weigh between 40 grams, 45 grams, or 48 grams. Below 35 grams, they're underweight. And believe me that when birds are, most of them are below 35 grams, please, those birds may not do so well for you, because if they are underweight, maybe they have some challenges that they got from the archery. So another thing that you must know is that there are two types of feeds. We have that is commonly used where I am. We have the pellets and we have the mash. The pellets are normally said it is really expensive, but this pellet is the one I normally use, or even some of my friends normally use in the first 2 weeks when we bring in these chicks. But people normally say it is expensive, but as you know, things that are expensive always sometimes turn up to be the better ones. And even we also have the mash. Of course, I also have some friends of mine who use this one from day one, the mixed feeds. This one you just you tell the suppliers what you want, and they mix for you how you want it. But one thing you must know is that when mixing those feeds, you must be so well versed with what you're supposed to mix. If you're not well versed with it, please don't tamper to mix your own feed, or don't tamper to instruct the supplier to mix for you. Maybe if they know how the ratio that they're supposed to put on different stages of the bird's life, let them do it by themselves. But another thing that you must know, there are some of these suppliers which are not trusted, because they may tell you that we have put the maize bran this amount when they have not. We have put the concentrate this amount when they have not. And that also is a very bad thing. It leads to, sometimes may lead your birds not to lay as you want, or may not reach the percentage, the laying percentage that you had desired before. So that is very important, that the person you're going to bring in these birds to choose, or the supplier you're going to choose to supply you with the feeds, must be the legit one that most people have recommended, or most people have tested and used. Because as a beginner, I don't want you to use any supplier that you see around, and at the end of the day you end up failing and you say poultry farming is hard. And I want you to know that when these birds, when you bring them from day 1 to 4 weeks, at least you should give them feeds daily around 4.3 kilograms. And you circulate in all the feeders that you have put inside there. That is for 200 birds. And for the same 200 birds, from week 5 to week 12, at least make sure you give them 10.7 kilograms of feeds. And when now they are from 13 weeks to 19 weeks, make sure you give them at least 20.4 kilograms of feeds. And now when they have started laying and they have normalized the laying, make sure every day these birds eat 24 kilograms of feeds. This is where most farmers fail, because most farmers, they see these 24 kilograms and say, okay, maybe let me try to save, let me give them 23. What if I give them 23? 23 is also very close to 24. But please, do not do that, because you will be killing this bird slowly by slowly. Because with the layers, when they start laying and they are supposed to eat the 24 kilograms, and you end up giving them 23 kilograms, or you end up even giving them 23.5 kilograms, please, their laying may start dropping slowly by slowly. slowly by slowly, and before you realize, your birds are not laying, are not even able to buy the feeds, or they are even not able to give you any profits. And let me tell you, when these birds drop in laying, it is really very hard to uplift their laying again. It may take you weeks, it may take you months, or even they may not go back to the laying percentage that they started in the beginning. So please, when you have 200 birds, for example, these 200 birds, when they start laying, make sure you give them 24 kilograms of feeds every day. And these 24 kilograms are not supposed to be given at once. You should divide in 2 portions. Here we normally give early morning by 5 a.m. in the morning, and then I also give them at noon time. So I divide, but in the morning time, I always give them a bigger portion. Then the noon time, I now give them a lesser portion. Because in the morning, why I give them a bigger portion, between 9 to 10 is when these birds are so actively laying eggs. So that's when I give them a lot of feed, so that it can give them the energy to lay. And in the afternoon now, I give them to keep them moving and to make the eggs for the next day. So please guys, when you're going into this project, make sure you're so critical on the feeding bit of it. Leaving along the feeding, one thing you must know is that when you bring when you're feeding, when you give these birds the feeds, immediately after finishing giving the feeds, make sure the water is also available for them, because as they keep eating, they also want to drink immediately, because these feeds choke them, because it is kind of dusty somehow, and it chokes, just like a human being. Also after eating must drink what? Must drink water. And you must know that the gap between one feeder to the next feeder should be at least 1 meter, and in between that 1 meter, at least put their drinker. That is how it's supposed to be done. I don't look at how I've done mine, because that time that knowledge was not yet there. So in between one feeder to the next, at least there should be 1 meter left, and between the 1 meter left, at least put there a drinker for water. And in those drinkers, this is where most workers, if you're not there, maybe it is the workers attending to the birds, you find that if you enter the farm anytime, you may find that the drinkers are empty without water, and this is not good. This lowers production a lot, and this even retards the growth of these birds. Make sure the water is there all the time, even if the feeds have gotten done, because at a particular time they eat the feeds, and by, let's say you've given them early morning, you find that by 10 or 11 in the morning, the feeds are not there. But make sure the water is there full time, because they have to keep drinking the water. And then also, even after the lunch time, after giving them the feeds, make sure the water is there until the time you switch off the lights. Because for us here, we always put on the lights early morning by 5 a.m. and we switch it off in the night, that is around 10 p.m. in the night. So please make sure you keep it like that before you switch off the lights, or by the time it reaches 10 p.m. make sure still the feeders have water and the birds have been drinking water. Even the drinkers have water, even if the feeders now never had feeds, but at least the drinkers should have enough water, because even the eggs, most of the percentage of the eggs is occupied by water. And then another thing, when you bring in these chicks, as I take you back again, when you bring in the chicks, make sure from the day one, they have the 40 grams or 45 or 48 grams. From at week 2, they should weigh at least 466 grams. And then week 3, at least the birds should weigh 892 grams. And then week 4, at least they should now weigh 1.32 kilograms. And then now from week 5, they should be in between 1.9 kilograms of weight. Towards the laying, the birds should not even be very fat, because as they gain weight very fat, those birds end up not laying well, because finds that you've overfed them probably, or they are very fat, so fatty, and it affects the production of their eggs. So please guys, as you know, poultry farming, one major important thing it is the feeding, not anything else. So make sure always you're so vigilant on the feeds. Make sure always they have the feeds, because you find that sometimes maybe the supplier has not supplied you feeds in time. So before even the feeds, the current feed gets done, make sure you've already ordered for the next feeds, so that you never miss feeds at one point. So please guys, I am so grateful you've been watching. I hope you've picked something from this episode. Please give me your comments down there. Share this video. Tell me where you're watching from. Please like this video. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. I am so grateful. Thank you for watching. See you next time. Bye bye.